Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Formula ROBLOX Division 1, if you can hear me. We're feeling fine in the Argentine. It's round 12 of this championship, and we've come to the Buenos Aires road course, which takes its influence from the oval that surrounds it. And as you can see, it is pouring rain, and we are in for an exciting championship implication.
Indeed, it is. We are in a nice little, what we call it, a roval, a road course oval. Especially that it shares a little bit of similarities to a track in good old Florida. This is going to be an exciting event today.
The championship last time took an absolute turn on its head. 2 races ago, Pifting took an absolutely monstrous lead over his rivals, but shock twists in Rio due to difficulty and due to action on track saw Royal take the Triple Crown and Pifting fail to score, let alone fail to get on the podium for the first time this season. Once it was 20, now it is 6 points separating the top 3. It is fully possible that whoever triumphs today will triumph in this championship as we are running out of rounds to make up the wins.
And not just forget running out a little bit of patience. Patience is the name of the game, and some cases, let's just say the patience can get the best of people. But right now, let's actually get to the track real quick. The track is already starting to get worse. People that's on the intermediate tires, now they have to probably switch to the full wets because the weather. I'm so sorry. I know we were about to go into probably season points and everything, a little bit of track info, but the track just started to get worse already.
I'll give you info on the track. It's absolutely soaking wet, which throws all the practice these drivers have done out the window. So many of the corners here in dry conditions are taken at full steering wheel tilt and full throttle, but this time around they're going to have to be careful, braking and lifting very, very deliberately. We have lots of drivers on lots of different tires. Inters seem to be the dominant force. I know it says softs on your screen for some people, but those are just the officials and your commentators. I'm Gus the Goose. I will be commentating for today, and I am joined by...
Oh, I'm Pascal101. I usually do the play-by-play commentary, but this is a little bit of a layback, so this is going to be quite interesting. But I'm just going to enjoy it with you. But currently, from what I'm looking at, the track is full wet. I don't think the intermediates would be the better tire. Yeah, the track is soaked. The intermediates are not the fast enough tires.
It officially does not get any more soaked than this on this track. I will be streaming today for the first time, so thank you for any patience with anything that might happen. Everything seems to be okay for now, excluding on the track as people are aborting laps saying it is undrivable. It is time for the blue wall tire, which seemingly was nowhere to be found in the first half of the season, aside from stints of irony, is now the tire to be on.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. If the track gets any worse, it looks like you're going to need a paddle.
Formula ROBLOX boat racing has come to Argentina, and if you look at the forecast in the bottom right of your screen, you see it has no sign of getting any better. The entirety of this race may well be run on rain tires if we ever see the intermediate in its optimal conditions again. Right now, we don't have any proper laps on the screen. People went on the intermediate tires. They had to gamble, but they've now aborted. Going Me Chris will set the pace on a 1:45.8. We don't know if that's any good.
Well, currently we're seeing one driver going into purple, and then all of a sudden they lose it to someone else. Currently, who has purple on sector 1 will be TJ. That's someone who we should be looking out for.
T-Jerk, definitely the master of qualifying this season. I believe it was 6 consecutive pole positions they had, and 7 pole positions total. They definitely seem to master qualifying. Often, though, when they go on pole, only once have they actually won from pole, or twice rather, I believe, according to my records, have they won from pole this season. Currently, they do not have a representative lap on the board. It's Going Me Chris setting the pace, play games 0.195 seconds. Mark Anthonil, 6 seconds off the pace. That must have been a bit of a hairy lap. So we'll see them try again and do a more representative time.
Oh, Morello.
Light Murillo, who led a lot of the restart last time out, he goes 4 seconds to the whole pack. Royal goes provisionally on pole, but only just a 4-second gap from 1 to 2. Gets shrunk down by 100 times,
Oh,
but
wait
the
a
times are
minute.
tumbling. T-Jerk goes on to provisional pole.
The difference between P1 and P2 is almost 2/10 off. It's a tenth and an 800th.
Lap times are tumbling everywhere you look. In the dry, we were looking in the low 130s, and you can see that's just what a difference an optimal soft tire and an optimal wet tire is like in these conditions. I believe this season we've yet to see a fully soaked track. That's 4 bars on the blue marker on the right side of your screen. If you're watching at home, thank you for joining us. I believe the most we've seen this season is 3. We saw some wet tire running in the Division 2 East race last time out. Definitely the rain has been prevalent in recent races in the second division. Division 1 has somewhat avoided the rain, aside from on a few conditions. But when it rains in Formula ROBLOX, it is hardly ever boring. As Gio goes second for the Funny Group Racing team he's racing for. What a lap.
Well, keep an eye out. Pifting is on purple on Sector 1. Let's see if he can keep maintaining that posture.
Fastest in Sector 1. We ride on board with the number 7 Mogus Racing, one of the championship contenders, going into this one. Let's see what he can do. As you can see, it's just completely... the conditions are nonsense almost. All the practice that they've done goes completely out the window. And all this rain certainly not helping our frame rate here in the commentary box. Hopefully, for the drivers, it's a lot better. As he comes round on the oval, interesting thing about this track is that it uses 2 parts of the oval on this longer stretch where you meet the timing line. It's pretty easy to come down back onto the road course. Near the end of the lap, it's a much sharper turn. You have to run all the way high. We'll see what he can do later on with the sector times. The middle sector, very long in this track, a bit like Bond. The middle sector is about 40 seconds long in dry conditions. 20 seconds on the other two. Means if you go purple in that middle sector, you are possibly looking at pole position.
Well, it looked like the lap that Pifting had looks like he must have abandoned it because he didn't went anywhere. He hasn't got the time yet. Oh wait, Mark Anthony, 141.5.
He goes on the provisional pole in his Mogus Racing. I do not believe the second Mogus car has started on pole this season. He's definitely put a marker down. It's currently a Mogus from a Saigon, from a Funny Group Racing, an FGR car, a team that's been making, no pun intended, splashes and waves in the second division. We've yet to really see what they're truly capable of in this top division. Being piloted by Gio and Junior as Play Games
look at
goes
Royal.
6th fastest.
Royals in purple sector 2. Let's see if he completes it. Let's see if he validates it. Well, yeah, validate.
Runs low on the oval. He's getting as close as he can onto the Argentine banking. He goes on the provisional pole, but it's almost half a second to the entire field.
Oh my, 4/10. That's actually quite interesting. Wait, TJ might get an additional delivery on that one.
TJ goes fastest in that second sector. Gio goes fastest in the first sector. He says he's not D1 worthy, does Gio, but these lap times are showing why so many people have put so much faith in him. T-Jerk once again goes on to provisional pole. How low can these times go? It's a 140.9.
All right, I'm looking at Gio. Gio's dealing with. I think, of course, with qualifying, the cars are not going to affect other than the visual. Oh no! Gio messed up. Oh no!
Will he claim he was being impeded? We'll have to see after the session. Dustin was on a flying lap, so he did have a claim to that piece of track, I believe. But the lap falls away from Gio. He currently sits provisionally in 4th place. I don't see any other purple sectors coming out. Royal is on the track. They saw the final banker laps. The time's running out, so you might as well go all the way to the end, even if you don't have faith in your lap. See where he can go. Will it be a Saigon 1-2? There is a Mogus in third, but it's probably not the one we were expecting. Man Pifting is currently down in 11th place. We'll see what he can do.
Yeah, I was about to say with the impeding, Geo might go, have that investigated like that. Especially, like, it's not going to be an actual impeding where drafting wise or physical, but a visual, because in the qualifying, the drafting is not online. It's because it's to make sure to make it easier for everyone.
Car number 7 goes P7.
It looks like it's going to be a lockout for Saigon. But once again, anything can happen. Mark Anthony is still on the track.
With a lap this long, at this point, you have to be concerned about even making it to the flat. We got a minute left in this session. He's still attacking the track in anger. He had just enough time to reset, I believe. The moment he finished his lap, we cut to him. He was right back in the pits. We have a American-style pit lane in this track. To those who watch perhaps some of the more American doctrines of motorsport. He's going to go to the line now, right down on the inside of the banking. Don't get too close to that gray patch. It's bad. He improves his time, but not his position. Justin, currently slowest on the track, will be the last to take the flag.
Mark Anthony will be in the podium position for the qualifying. Now, the main race.
T-Jerk on pole once again. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Hear me? I'm not taking part. It's the wrong button.
No, don't take part. Don't take part. I need you on the booth. Sorry, force of habit.
I'm better suited to the commentary box anyway, as the clock counts down. Royal on the second row. T-Jerk appears right there on pole. This is what we all came here to see. The championship has come alive, and the race begins when the 5 lights go out. They're away. They're flooring it. We're feeling fine in the Argentine, and as expected, T-Jerk rolls onto the banking into the lead. Cars stuttering and splashing and spraying their way through the field as everyone takes their place. I'm not in third, but T-Jerk is definitely in first. But is he for now? The stuttering is crazy. Who's where, we'll never know. As we go into the first corner, it seems like a corner. It's more like a hairpin here in Buenos Aires.
Oh, once again, like, for the camera, it looks like you're going to have to stick with the TV camera, but I can't, because the visuals are not that best. But right now, we are going to be seeing a grueling battle. Royal will be leading the way. Gio is actually going to be in P2. Looks like Mark Anthony lost a little bit of pace, but he is still within reaching distance. So, of course, with the track being soaked, you're going to have to be a little bit more careful with the draft, especially when you're heading towards those sharp turns into the track. Just be aware, watch out on when you're at, I'm calling it NASCAR 3 and 4. Watch out for that bus-stop chicane at the exit of turn 4, of the NASCAR turn 4.
The timing tower on the left-hand side of your screen should be correct as far as we know. Gio definitely the fastest mover then, as he goes purple in the first sector on the first lap, but is currently battling with T-Jerk. It is currently a Saigon 1-2, but only just Royal leads the way, who took the Triple Crown last time out in Rio on the second to last corner of the last lap. Man Pifting has cleared Tofu, he's cleared Play Games, he's up to 5th. He's now on the back of his teammate for the race, Mark Anthony. Royal sets the pace on that first lap. He's chasing after his championship rivals. He only has his teammate and Gio in the way.
Yeah, currently, this is going to be quite interesting. I've done a lot of commentary with one of their very crazy battles, especially in the first half. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do the other races due to, one, we have new people joining into the commentary team and streaming team, and that's fine. And 2, work reasons, but I'm happy I'm here now. Right now, this is just quite something, and we're already seeing a gap forming well, slowly forming, but it could potentially go. Wait, TJ makes a mistake. TJ makes a mistake.
He's going to fall right behind Man Pifting with that mistake. It's so hard to do.
Oh,
The spray is thick and the grip is low. He falls down to 5th place. He's now splitting the two Mogus cars as Play Games goes into 3rd, sets the fastest first sector of this
Play
race. New
Games.
faces in the commentary booth, new faces on track, and yet the same old masters. Some of the finest Roblox racers out there are still leading the way, but not T-Jerk as he falls to 5th, now 4th, as he chases after Man Pifting, who is up into the podium places from his relatively humble grid slot.
Oh my goodness. We saw Play Games making a mistake. Yeah, there's a gap already forming. I mean, we're now heading towards the tri-oval. That can definitely close the gap, but with these type of mistakes, that's going to hurt, and it's going to just become a 3-car battle if it keeps on happening like that.
Man Pifting sets the pace.
Sets the pace. Oh, man, I love the chaos.
Chaos is everywhere, but only one can reign from the chaos. Who that will be, we don't know, but we have seen that Gio is taking the lead in one of his, I believe this is his 2nd Division 1 start this season. Loses immediately to Royal, but now Man Pifting is right on the back. Man Pifting started 7th. He's already fighting for the lead. He's mastered this
Pifting goes wide.
Oh, goes wide, stutters and judders and jitters his way around the corner. It is a flat-out corner in soft conditions. I'm not quite sure what it is. Lepre suggesting the strategy. Medium, medium, hard. I'm not quite sure it'll dry out that much. I don't think we might even see any tires.
I think we're just going to see fawn. Wet, wet, wet.
Wet, 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 wet. Will it be 3 wets, 2 wets, or 4 wets? That's the question. We have seen a race with more stops than we expected back in Bonn, where it actually became the winning strategy, but only just. Definitely, when these wet races come in, you have to more play it by ear on the wear of the tires, because they just don't know as much about these tires in terms of wear. They're pretty durable tires, the rain tires. They do last longer than you might expect, but their grip falls away on the same curve as any other tire, so they won't be able to go all the way. The pit stop rule is nullified in these conditions. You don't have to stop for 2 different tires, but this tire probably can't make it to the end, especially on such a long lap.
Well, once again, we have the technical part in the middle of the track, like, of course, in the middle at the start, pretty much most of Sector 1. And then once you head towards 1 and 2, NASCAR 1 and 2, particularly the end of Turn 2, is that big old, if it was smaller, it would have been a chicane, but I don't know what that would be called.
Slowly but surely, Play Games, it's ebbing and flowing. He was catching Gio. He was less than a second. Now it's back up to a second. It's ebbing and flowing all the time. We're seeing certain kind of gaps in the field closing up. Biggest gap right now definitely is the newly signed Tofu for Porch Racing Team, one of 2 Division 2 drivers that made quite a splash, no pun intended, by joining mid-season. Tofu and Junior, now they are finally racing in Division 1. They were promoted by the officials. And as I just say that, Junior is out of this race.
He looks like he probably either retired or had a MGUL failure.
I promise I don't have I must be a commentator then if I have the commentator's curse. I was just about to say how impressive he was going. He was running 10th for the first D1 race he's actually started. He qualified in the top 3 in Bonn for a different team when he appeared. Didn't actually take the start of the race. He did take the start of this race, but he retires on lap 4. Tofu, then, the only Division 2 4th promotion graduate left on the track, has to be said, running very impressively in 6th place. He had a good run in Division 2, won for Spirit Racing in West, and gave, if I'm saying it right, Manti Racing their first pole position in Division 2 East. I should know how to say that team's name. I drive for them. Royal has fallen back over a second to Man Pifting out front. Whether there was a mistake or something, we missed that. Now he's under pressure from his teammate and from Play Games.
Yeah, of course. Pifting is keeping his nose clean right now. He has doing well despite under pressure with the two Saigon speedsters. Absolutely terrific. Just making sure not to make much mistakes and just making sure to keep the nose clean. Right now, it's looking in favor, but the gap is starting to slowly go away a little bit. This might actually help a little bit for TJ and for Gio, especially a bit of a draft train, especially when we're heading towards NASCAR 3 and 4. That's going to be quite something to help.
We ride with the black and gold number 14 machine. Special livery for Saigon to commemorate their Constructors' Championship in this division. I believe they've also won the Constructors' Championship in Division 2 East, so they've taken the team's title in both the divisions that they take part in. So they run a commemoration livery for that. Hopefully Royal can commemorate a better result as he attacks play game to try to improve his position. His teammate T-Jerk just behind, as Manpifting's lead is falling away very suddenly.
Wait, DJ saw that he hit the wall there?
He hit the wall? He did hit the wall.
Yeah, I saw it. I was the one that called it.
He clattered the wall. I need to stop praising these drivers because as I do, things always befall them in calamity.
And probably might have helped him to slow down a little bit more because now he's battling. Now he's battling for the lead. He's in the lead, but he went wide. Play games is going to take the lead. Oh my goodness! Everything can happen. As I always said.
Play game's definitely showing signs of being a front runner. I believe he's the only car besides the, let's say, 3 championship protagonists to win a race this season. He's got Royal attacking him as they rise onto the banking. That number 14, black and gold and white machine, is going for the lead.
Once again, this is just quite interesting. Though, be aware TJ might join back in the fray. Gio is losing a lot of pace. He's already 3 seconds back from the battle. But TJ can probably catch back up. He definitely started to slowly re-improve the times, especially now. Yeah, he's a second. Well, soon to be less than a second. He has the draft, especially towards play games. That can definitely help him, especially we're heading back to the tri-oval.
Nothing separates the top 4. Gaps forming in the midfield. We have about 3 seconds ahead of Gio, more than a second in front of 5th, 6th, and 7th, as well as 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Closest battle in the midfield then is for 7th place between Mercedes 44 fan and Light Murillo. But we look at the battle of the lead, which is less than a second, spreading across each of the top 4. Every time they come out of the mist and the spray, someone else is leading this race.
Once again, it looks like Gio's having some issues with the visuals. He's saying, "Where's the track?" It looks like he's having a hard time seeing, especially that the weather is not doing very well for him.
Certainly the road course appearance of this track, it's pretty flat. There's not a lot of natural hills and walls outside of the banking, so when you're in the center of the island, as it were, on the road course, and it's raining like this, it can be hard to see your marker points up ahead because it's all just a field of flat. It's a bit like if any of you have ever made your own Roblox place. When you spawn, it's just a giant green flat field of nothing. We have a battle for the lead forming on the banking. Play games and Royal.
Make it a 4-car. Make it. I'm so sorry. Make it a 4-car battle now.
It must be alarming because my alarm goes off. I'm awake. How could I not be with this action going on track? Manpifting has the fastest lap, but he's down to 4th. But that could all change. All 4 of these positions could change as we come to the next corner, and the next, and the next. The action is hot on track, and it's only lap 8.
Oh, TJ going for the lead right now. Gonna pass his teammate. Heading towards the sharp kind of U-turn and heading towards kind of a bit of a fast right.
The 87 takes the lead. The 87 loses the lead. The 87 takes the lead back again.
For me, it looks like he's staying at the lead. But boy, this is quite something. Oh, he goes wide off track. He goes off track.
Oh.
He comes back. He comes back through. He didn't lose too much, but he loses the lead though back to Royal. But he did lose pace. Oh, Play Games loses pace now.
Play Games.
Oh no!
Falls away. Something major, and once again, it's these three on track, separated by nothing, as it always seems to be in Division 1, Season 9 Formula ROBLOX League. They're trading positions between the Saigons. Man-Pifting, lying in wait, collecting the slipstream, trying to stay out of trouble. He goes up to second place, past T-Jerk. You can run wide on that corner, but not too wide, as it's very punishing. It cuts you down to 45 miles an hour, which is not what you want to be doing. That's slower than the pit lane speed, as Royal leads on to the banking this time. Play Games lost a second to this leading pack. He is closing them back in again. So he didn't lose slipstream, thankfully for him, but it's going to take a little bit for him to be back in this battle, which rages fiercely. I'm being called to streaming chat as Royal leads from T-Jerk from Man-Pifting. The action is so engrossing, I forgot. I'm technically working on this, so.
Yeah, be aware this is if we're dealing with streaming issues, we are so sorry. This is happening very last second. All right, so it looks like we're probably going to be having a mid change in the stream, I think.
We'll work that out. In the meantime, Royal leads from T-Jerk from Man-Pifting.
Yeah, we're just waiting, but currently right now this is the best thing to have. I know the streaming is not the best, but we're trying to do our very best to get this taken care of. Okay, so we're going to be doing a mid change. If we do cut out, that means that we're just getting it back online and hopefully getting it in the best quality possible. So let's see how this is going to go. Right now, Royal is still in the lead. Play Games is losing a. All right. So, guys, before you cut it, we're going to get the. We're going to send you guys to a different link. Real quick to put you into a different stream. We're waiting for the moment. Right now, we are still in a 3-car battle for the lead. Play Games is actually starting to slowly improve. But we're just waiting for the. We're just waiting for it. Right now,
I'm trying to check to make sure your schedule's still the same.
Sorry, everything is
Apologize for any
happening.
difficulty, folks. We're working behind the scenes to sort out some issues. We are trying to change possibly to a streamer with a higher quality frame rate and view. So bear with us for a moment, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, that's what's happening right now. I'm currently still just in the commentary booth. I'll make sure to provide as much info as I can. We are still seeing a 3-car battle. TJ's having a little bit of a gap, 5/10. We're expecting maybe a pit cycle soon. We're just waiting for the moment. I'm just keeping an eye out because if we do get the streaming, like if the person that's gonna be taking over in mid race is gonna take over the streaming, then we'll just end it and then turn it back on. If it does,
so I'm being told we're going to continue on this broadcast, and there will be a additional broadcast available on another streamer's channels, so we're going to continue like normal. Thank you for bearing with us there for a sec. I see it's still the same top three, battling it out, though a much bigger gap from first to second.
Oh, yep. 5/10 off. TJ is holding the gap. But Royal and Pefting, it looks like the tires are starting to finally wear out. We're doing the best thing that we can. We are so sorry. We will get this sorted out relatively soon.
Smallest gap in the top four now is now Play Games, 3/10 two-man Pifting, who is losing time to Royal as Royal now starts to rein in T-Jerk, whether something went wrong there. Definitely Play Games is now attacking, trying to take third place. They rise onto the banking. Play Games is right on his tail, stuttering and juddering his way around the banking. Royal takes the lead of this race for now, but they're separated by very little as Man Pifting now is starting to reel in T-Jerk. It could be that being at the front of this pack, in the middle of this race, isn't quite what you want to do, but that track position is also extremely vital later on in the race.
Once again, I don't think the weather's gonna dial down soon. It looks like the track is gonna remain soaked until further notice. Right now, Play Games has a catch up. Now it's back to a 4-car battle for the lead. This is quite something. Light Morello started to pit.
Morello pits. I think he overshot his box. The number 3 machine, his invisible crew is waiting for him. Others are joining him as well. Both Hue Performance rather, coming into their pits. Let's see if they can get a better time. They might be able to catch up on Light Murillo, that being the case. The number 4 and the number 8 machines come to a stop and leave their pits. To Chelvam, I haven't said that name yet, is one of the front runners in Division 2 East, making a appearance in this race, has to be said, as Man Pifting falls behind Play Games. We'll see if pitting for new tires is the move to be on. We'll see where they come out in the coming laps relative to their teammates. As we have some letters coming into the audience saying that the stream looks like a PowerPoint presentation. We thank you for your patience with some of the technical difficulties we've had in securing a last-minute streamer. But if this was a PowerPoint presentation, it would be an A+, because the contents are thrilling today. Thank you for joining us. As we continue on to lap 12.
Well, as always, this has just been interesting. Just to be here, this is awesome to watch. Right now, we're just seeing some fun and some action-packed racing. Gio's pitting. But what I was saying is that TJ, he's been actually just keeping a gap, pressuring the others. But yeah, wet racing is like the rain like that. It's quite interesting because it really does put the driver's skills into test for sure. This is going to be something that's just interesting to watch. We're seeing a few. Oh my goodness, TJ is maintaining the gap right now. Just when someone's trying to reel him in, they go into a turn, and all of a sudden, they make a mistake, and TJ just maintains it. So someone has to do something, or this is not going to go well.
He continues to maintain a gap of about half a second. They always reel him in as they rise onto the banking and just get that slipstream. But when they get into the road course section of the track, he seems to pull away. I say that now. Of course, what's helping him as well is that his rivals behind are also fighting each other. Play Games definitely acting as the wrench in the works of this championship fight as it stands. As must be said, they've been many times before, and that is something these championship contenders do have to contend with, is that they're not the only ones out there on track. Play Games is looking for another podium and possibly a second victory of the season, as we now see some front runners pit.
Looks like the stream is up. The other stream is up. I'm trying to see if our microphones are going through. doesn't look like it. So for anyone that's here, the other stream is being set up right now, but right now the microphone is, from what I can hear, it's not really there at the moment.
We will have
But if you guys
streams available for you. This one will stay live on the Formula Roblox League channel, streamed by myself, Gus the Goose, in my beautiful Texas Wi-Fi frame rate quality, which we're proud of many things in Texas, but that's definitely not one of them. Only the top 3 now haven't stopped. That's T-Jerk, Play Games, and Mark Anthony. An additional stream will be available on the channel of one of our other streamers, which should be... We will try to link that to you in the...
I got it. I got the link. I'll be sending it to you guys right now. If you guys want to stay here, that's up to you. If you guys want to go on the better stream, that is fine. Sending it to you. 3, 2, 1.
As the great British artists say, sending with love from me to you. We have all of the stops playing out now. Definitely, Man Pifting is now catching his teammate for third. His teammate hasn't stopped yet, so hopefully for him this is a relatively easy overtake, because the last thing you want to do is that run wide onto that orange line while trying to pass your teammate. He's now battling his teammate as they rise onto the banking, and him and Royal, who have stopped. Now the top 2 come into the stop. The number 87 and the number 21 Invisible Pit Crew come to receive their drivers on pit road.
Once again, okay, so just to let you guys know, I just sent in the link on Basco 101, just to let you know, so you guys know that it's good. I will make sure that I keep my promises. So if you guys want to watch that, go right ahead. We make sure that gets this taken care of.
If there is some problems with going into that alternate stream, you may write to us at I actually like PowerPoint presentations, 101 ROBLOX Street in Springfield, London.
All right, let's get back to the action-packed. We got the drivers pitted for new tires, and already looks like they're already catching up. Or actually, I think they are.
Mark Anthony, the only one yet to stop in this race, currently runs 5th. Hopefully his number 17 crew receives him soon, unless he's trying to build a delta to his rivals. Out in front, we are seeing the battle for the lead forming again, just as it was. It's not 4 drivers yet, it's just the 2, T-Jerk and Play Games, separated by practically nothing. Then it's 1 second back to Royal, and Man Pifting is trailing Royal as the 2 fight each other, but also they need to make an endeavor to reach the front of this field. It could well be that this championship doesn't budge much at all. If they stay this close to each other, it could well be possible this championship will end in a tie. That's how close it's been, with 6 points separating 1, 2, 3 in the Drivers' Championship. Just absolutely in a league of their own. But that league of their own needs to catch up to the front now, as it stands.
I mean, for me, if we had a tie, I would say let's do one more race. Let's do one more race, break the tie.
Possibly. I'm not sure what the countback rules are in this league, if there are any. If it worked like Formula One's countback rules, that would be the driver with the most amount of highest positions. So in my championship, for example, I am tied on 3 points with the Lozato's driver, Tax. If it came to that, who would take that position? It would be who has the most first places. Well, neither of us had any first places. Who has the most second places? Same story. We'd go all the way down. He has one 11th place finish. I do not, so he would take that position. In this case, all these drivers have won races, so it would be the driver with the most wins. And if somehow they had the same amount of wins, it would be the driver that won first. This is a contingency we're going to have to consider in such a tight championship. As it stands, it's in T-Jerk's favor. Whoever wins this race will likely take the lead of this championship.
This is just fun to watch. Right now, it's just Play Games and TJ at the moment, but we could possibly see Royal and Pifting catch up. There could be a possibility, but let's just wait and see. I think this is just becoming a one tire strategy, like a one pit stop strategy, and that's really it.
In 20 laps time, it will still be raining this hard. This will be I believe, the first race all season to be run exclusively in blue walled tire conditions. So,
Oh boy.
that's how crazy it's been this season. We went that long without such a scenario. If you've never driven in these kinds of conditions in this kind of race, it's so low grip. You have to brake so much. You feel like you might come to a stop before the corner, but you have to have faith. If you come in with too much speed, you'll have the most pitiful pedestrian accident. Slowly understeering off the track. You need to integrate, I find, a lot of lift mid-corner, kind of line the car up, and then pin the gas and kind of make it through, understeer your way onto the perfect line.
That's the best way to explain it. Just wet tire conditions. If you don't know what you're doing, it's going to hurt you, and you will definitely feel the bite for sure. Especially that one single mistake can really defy of how things are going to go for you and possibly for everyone else. Right now, it looks like those gaps are indeed starting to float away. Now Royal is going to be joining in the fight.
The gap is less than a second from Royal to his two rivals ahead. Man Pifting, has to be said, losing out. He might well be falling out of the slipstream, which is an absolute nightmare scenario. But as we've seen this race, if anybody can claw his way back up to the front of the field, it's Man Pifting, who started this race in 7th place. Nothing now separating Royal from one of his rivals for this race, Play Games. T-Jerk, who leads the race, but the Constructors' Championship is claimed for Saigon, so there's no love lost between these two teammates. It is now a straight fight for this driver's title between them, as Royal sets the fastest lap of this race, a 1:40.320 on this absolutely soaked Buenos Aires road course.
Absolutely, this is just crazy. Just to see, I thought we were going to see a dry race because I don't really pay attention to the weather forecast, despite I should. But apparently it's just looking like just a purified rain race. It's just full, not like full blown chaos, but full blown intensity that's for sure. And that's something that a lot of people like. It's just full blown intensity, a full blown battle.
It's a slow chess game, as it were, as all these rivals, especially on a track that you can get the slipstream like this one, they slowly catch up to each other and they slowly pull away. And you're pushing like crazy. You're trying to get onto the curbs as much as possible. It's very tempting in these wet races because you have a lower average speed. You have a bit more control onto where your car goes, so it's tempting to go a little bit more onto the curb than you normally would. But you have no grips, and one mistake in these conditions, that's it for you. As Man Pifting is losing buckets of time to his rivals. Definitely, this is not the scenario he wants in that number 7 Mogus car.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, it looks like the gap with Pifting. I think it looks like he's going to be stuck in 4th unless some disaster happens with the top 3.
The biggest disaster area I find in this track is that last sequence of corners. It's the shortest off-oval, on-oval chicane there is. You have to run high on the oval and then kind of shoot down. This is in dry conditions. No matter what you do, because of the way the corners are lined up, you'll always be offline for one of those corners as Royal takes the lead of this race. So you kind of have to pick your battles into there. If
now TJ takes the lead.
It's too late.
Now TJ takes the lead. He takes it back.
The lead back and forth like it is a hot potato, throwing it back and forth here in Buenos Aires. Nothing separating them, as in the rest of the pack, we have massive gaps forming between Man Pifting to Gio to Mercedes Fan, who is getting chased by Light Murillo. We'll pick up that battle here briefly, trying to catch 6th place. An interesting dynamic there because there's nobody else around them, so you can't really run away from that position. Tofu is a few seconds back in this battle for 6th place.
Murillo, I think, yeah. Was it Murillo? Or was it Cousin? I don't know.
Murillo has seriously fallen into the clutches of Tofu. This battle for 6th is now a battle for 7th as Mercedes Fan runs away. Mercedes Fan, who I must have to say has been having a good upturn in form in the second half of the season. The lead is changing all the time. It's shuffling back and forth as we monitor the massive gaps in the midfield. The biggest ones, Mark Anthonell, 14 seconds back from that late pit stop, but is still setting personal best sectors. And Dustin, 20 seconds away from the rest of the field, but will be scoring points today. So good job on Dustin. It's all about making it to the flag for that reason. Tofu and Light Merlo trade places. The lead 3 trade places. Matt Pifting now 5 seconds away from this leading pack with 5 laps to go. An absolute nightmare scenario for his championship campaign, which took such a blow. No fault of his own last time out in Rio with his pit box not appearing. We have sorted out those issues, but that's still a blow he had to take, and now he's taking even more blows. 5 seconds to the lead, but never count Matt Pifting out. That's what I've learned in my time commentating these races. In the meantime, Royal, T-Jerk, and Play Games continue to lead this race on lap 20.
Yeah, as always, this is just crazy to see. Like, everyone, including myself, we expect this race to be a dry race, especially like, come on, we're in a roval, pretty much a road course oval. But instead, the weather says, "Let there be rain,"
and there was.
And now now everyone has to, like, all that plans and everything throws out of the window pretty much. If you were just thinking about dry conditions, well, consider that bye-bye, because now this is just full-blown rain. Now we're heading towards towards the tri-oval. Now we are at 5 laps to go.
21 laps remain, or 21 laps have expired rather in this race. It's all things being equal, the way the lead is getting swapped, it's just going to be all about basically who's leading on that last meter of the race. We've seen that in these kind of slipstream races. We saw in the Italian race in Pomodoro, where it was trading all the time, and then right there at the line, the winner takes it all, as I said in a famous song. And in the oval endurance race around this facility, we saw at the very last second, Manti number 91 driver Smykos get that slipstream, dart down to the bottom of the oval, and take that win there. We might see a similar scenario here. All things being equal at the same facility, it always brings close finishes, even in these conditions.
Yeah, I just want to say is that it's 20 laps that's expired. We are at 21 out of 25. We're currently on the 21st lap. Just want to let everyone know and all that. So we still have 5 laps that needs to be completed, and this is just enjoyable. TJ, Royal, Play Games, they've been going at it, and then we saw Pefty most of the time, and then just something has happened where he is no longer in contention for the lead. And as you just said yourself, this is something that he wasn't wanting to see at all. And sadly, the nightmare scenario slowly started to creep in. We are now at 4 laps to go at Buenos Aires.
You don't want to lose that slipstream, for sure. I've learned this many times in slip tracks. You lose that slipstream, you fall so far back compared to your rivals. You're putting an absolutely perfect lap, possibly in theory faster laps than they are, because they're trading positions. They're always getting the slipstream 1 lap to the next, and they're just getting that extra pace, even in these conditions, if they can survive on the flat road course sections. T-Jerk is currently the one who leads, but it could be 4 changes of the lead by the time we take the line again. Who's winning this one? Nobody knows. We have the battle for 6th place kind of forming again. The second gap's just under a second, just over a second now for that battle.
It could potentially be wait a minute, Light Morello makes a mistake. Oh, well, that 3-car battle is not looking like a 3-car battle anymore. It looks
Every
like that.
Every time I cut to that battle, it just falls apart. 2 seconds now from Tofu to Mercedes. 6 tenths now from Light Murillo to Tofu. Maybe we should leave them in pieces. Play Game seems to be just slightly losing time. The second and third place losing time to Tedrick in first. He's starting to manage that gap a bit. It's going at its highest to half a second. The gap. It's going to cut down here on this oval section.
Play games might have made a little bit. No, actually, he did not make a mistake. He looks like he's slowed down a little bit more before the others on the first part of the chicane, and then on the exit, he just gets a better run. That was actually pretty strategic there from Play Games. Play Games takes the lead. 3 laps to go at Buenos Aires.
Tedrick Play Games Royal. This is the story for the lead. 0 seconds, it says on the screen, separating third from second. They occupy the exact same molecules on this track, if ever there is such a measurable possibility here, as we ride through the 23rd lap of this race. The rest of the field is starting to check out, to mediate. The only gaps less than a second as it stands consistently are in that top 3 battle, as Manpifting now the same gap from third as Gio is to fourth. Definitely, that shows, you know, he's an immensely talented driver. So that just shows the effect of losing the slipstream on a track like this, especially in these horrendous conditions.
Yeah, those conditions can really make or break you. Well, now we're heading towards that good old chicane there. Still keeping within the 3-car battle. TJ is holding the lead right now, but it could definitely change for sure. Royal, well, pretty much overtakes Play Games, but Play Games is probably going to retaliate. Well, right now, Play Games is getting the slip. Well, and Royal, too, are both getting the slipstream. Oh, now we're in the bus stop. I forgot. I thought we were already on the bus stop at first. Oh, man. The camera views, sometimes it might look like you're in one area. And sometimes
the whole
it'll tell
track
you
is
the
covered
other.
in water, and it's all the colors of the flag of Argentina. So it can be easy to get a little lost in the sky.
We're at 2 laps to go. We're at the penultimate lap. My goodness.
This is I don't know. I can't tell you. If you made me predict who would win, I would probably not be able to tell you from this top 3 who's going to win on this penultimate lap.
You would probably just rip the predictions paper and just throw it away.
Throw it into the rain to get soggy and wet, as this race has been. The blue sidewall tire definitely gets its revenge as a thrilling race scenario tire. It must be sat out in front. It's been an absolute stormer of a race, no pun intended. We don't know who's going to lead. Play Games got a little off camber there in that corner. He's going to lose out a bit to the front. He's going to get that slipstream immediately, though, to help make up for it. But amazing when we're counting 0.3 of a second like it's a yawning chasm of time. I believe that's how long it takes for a human to blink, and we've blinked many times in this wonderful broadcast.
I didn't blink at all.
Blink and you'll miss it, as they go on to the longest section of this oval in terms of how we ride on it in this road course, into that awkward little chicane. When they come to the timing tower, the invisible white flag will be waiting for them in this race.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. This is just ticker? Fun to see.
The white flag flies in Buenos Aires. White flag brought to you by who in the name of the Lord is going to win this race? No one knows. Royal is the currently one who leads on this last lap.
Absolutely. Royal, TJ, Play Games. Any one of those 3 can win this race at Buenos Aires. Royal's leading the race, but one single mistake can seal your fate.
The fate of the rest of the field has been sealed with the massive gaps, but out in front, it's anyone's guess. The tension rises. Their hearts are racing. It's now or never. This championship has come alive. This championship could be defined today.
Royal and TJ, of course, well, for them, no matter what, they're going to get points. Oh, TJ makes a mistake. TJ makes a mistake. As I said it. Oh, his fate is sealed.
He's fallen away. The pole sitter, time and time again, has lost over a second. It might be too late to claw it back. It's between Saigon and Max GP now. Onto this final lap as they leave the square, but stopping onto the oval. This is it. It's now or never.
Here it comes to NASCAR 3 and 4. The gap is closing in. Headed on the bus stop chicane. Royal gets it flawlessly.
It was many points down and out before Rio, but he has rebounded in great style as Play Games is chasing him to the line. It's anyone's...
He might get it.
Can it be the slipstream?
No!
Royal wins in Buenos Aires by almost nothing. Play Games has to settle for second place. T-Jerk rounds out the podium.
200ths of a second. Literally.
20 milliseconds separates first to second. Just a few more meters than it could have been. Man Pifting has to settle for fourth as Royal takes big leaps in the championship. Gio, a fine race from him. Finally a result worthy of his talents. He comes home fifth. Mercedes Fan in sixth. Tofu in seventh. Light Murillo will come home in eighth. Mark Anthony, who tried the late pit stop, will come home in ninth. Worth a gamble from him. We have next the two Hue Performance cars, the number 4 and the number 8 machine. Division 2 East's to Chelvin comes home to take some nice points. It's points for everyone involved still on the track as he comes home in 10th.
Oh my goodness. 200ths of a second.
The strong rookie season continues for that driver who just took the flag. And Dustin MCA, congratulations to him. He's stuck it out and his patience has been rewarded. He will take points in this race for finishing 12th place. Junior did not finish this race early on, will not receive anything. And it must be said, from the kind of small slump that Royal had in the middle of this season, it has been... He has rebounded in some style. I don't know where the points line up on the championship, but this is definitely one worth watching. Woo!
Most definitely indeed. Great job for everyone that was there, particularly the people that were battling for the lead. I am in utter shock.
Who is your driver of the day, if ever such thing could be said?
Driver of the day. Oof. It could... Oof. I'm going to say Play Games.
That's a very good choice. He's on the podium again this season. Definitely.
He didn't make a mistake.
As the fourth fastest driver. I will also probably say Gio. Fantastic job.
Ooh, Gio, yeah. Yeah, it's just, it was unfortunate for him. For me, just with Play Games, he didn't make as much mistakes. He kept his nose clean. He did everything that he could do correctly, and it was just because of the draft game and who can make out the who can, definitely do well on the on the technical parts of the track, who can do it better. That was the big game, and not just that. Play Games was actually in, I think, 6th place from qualifying, if I recall correctly. I'm actually watching the qualifying. No, he was in 7th place, I think. Yeah, he was in 7th place, and he almost won the race by 200ths of a second.
21 milliseconds. I mean, you can hardly deny that from him. Who said slip races were boring? If you enjoyed this, definitely tune in later on in about 2 hours and 40 minutes time. We will have the Division 2 West race, which I will be gleefully taking part in. And I can't wait for you all to enjoy that. My name is Gus the Goose.
I'm Baskar 101.
And thank you for joining us. You'll see us again when Formula Roblox returns. Goodbye.